Sadhaka Jignasu Mumukshus, welcome. Bhakta Shishya Shrota Gana, welcome. Loka Sevaka Dharma Samstaka Stapaka Viragi Gana, welcome. As if we are all together, standing with folded hands in front and are praying to the five supports for our spiritual unfoldment. Parabrahma Tattva as the Lakshyam, Ishvara as the Anugraha Karaka, Devatas as the Shakti Datas, Gurus as the Margadarshakas, and the Shastras as the Nirantara Prerana Dayaka. Having saluted them, feel happy, grateful that we are getting chance every day to study Shastras, and among them, one of the, the crest jewel sort of Shastra, very well lauded, respected, revered by all, is this Vasishtha Rama Samvada Rupa Yoga Vasishtha Ramayanam, which was a dream for all of us. Also, at least to have a glimpse of it if we deserve. But whether we deserve or not, the Karuna, Krupa, Paramatma, the Guru Parampara on us that we got a chance to go through it. Respect, let us do of the Shastra, have the reverence to all the Acharyas, and full faith in the subject matter that is being taught. So many things required for a fulfilled, complete spiritual sadhaka. For him to become so, a complete, fulfilled, filled sadhaka, to become like that. Whatever the knowledges, preparations, informations, maturities are required, this Shastra provides. We are already seeing the Dasharatha, his gunas, Rama, his nature, greatness of the main Guru Vasishtha ji. Here, right now, Vishwamitra story. Then the author Valmiki ji himself, Bharadwaja ji, Raja Arishtanemi, these all characters are telling us as to how we have to understand and slowly prepare ourselves to enter into the next stages. For a boy playing at home, age of 2 and a half, he doesn't even know that there is some school he'll have to join and study. He'll be put in the school for 1 year, only playing. He thinks school means playing. Doesn't know that there'll be a slate pencil is given for him to learn some alphabets or the numerals, etc. When he is doing so, he doesn't know there are words, sentences, the languages, and the grammar. So too, they doesn't know there is something called physical world to understand which the physics science is there. Chemical world is there for understanding which chemistry is there. He will be told. And when he is at the class 3 or 4, he doesn't know that there are 129 elements which make the whole world. Isn't it? He doesn't know there are the algebras or such type of higher mathematics. But he will be introduced about presence of them. He'll be trained in those sciences and he'll be taught as to how to use them. History for inspiration, botany, zoology to understand the life principle, economics to know how to manage the economy, the other things. So many are taught to us. We don't know they are there. And when we start studying them, we know how big is that subject. Like I don't know anything about computers. You may know it. But when I enter, then only I'll be told what a huge ocean of the computer knowledge is there. So to medicine, nothing known. Only when we enter into that, we know in the whole world's economy, the biggest topmost after defense and food is economy only. Sorry, the medicine only. Isn't it? In the same way, as we are studying Shastras, especially like the Smriti Granthas, like that of Yoga Vaashishtha, many things will be revealed to us to which heights we have to evolve to, isn't it? Like the Stone Age man, Iron Age man, Golden Age man. No, they didn't know that the animals can be hunted like that, or food can be cultivated like that, or it can be cooked like this, or this way the cotton can be made into cloth, or stones can be piled up and we can make our own house, or by giving direction the river water can be turned towards the place where we stay. अरे पहले नहीं पता है एक पता चल रहा है in Vedanta spirituality also. What are the three things? This is the stage that is there. First, information. That is what we have to reach to. That is the inspiration and necessity of reaching to that stage will be told. Third, how to reach. For example, Rama. It is informed to us. Rama, at the tender age of 15 itself, full of that Viveka of the Jagat with which he got the Vairagya information. Then we will have to understand it that it is a necessary thing for one to become liberated from the binding clutches of the world and become qualified for higher truth. Information, need and inspiration. Then what Rama did, same let us do. Go to all Tirtha Yatras very intensely, deeply, seriously, sincerely. Throughout the Yatra only, just think about the divinity there all. Because in Tirtha Yatra Kala, you are away from home, the family, the relatives, the samsara, all those clutches we are freed from. So the mind is free to see the other vast world, perhaps more valuable, realistic truth, etc. Rama, somehow it clicked to him to go to Tirtha Yatra, took permission, he went there. He was really lucky to encash all that. कितना बड़ा दुनिया है. I think what he learnt in Tirtha Yatra University is more than what he has learnt in Gurukula as well as at home. होम तो कोई सिखाते नहीं, खाओ पियो खेलो मेरे नन्ना मुन्ना प्यारी रामा. Nobody will educate him. Why will he let him enjoy? Gurukula theory is taught, but when he has gone for Tirthayatra, with his own eyes he has seen. Divinity he has seen, life in its completeness he has seen, the limitations that he has seen. Obviously, he got the thing which he has to get. Let us also do that. So, this is how the guidance, the inspiration, the information we keep on getting. Information, translating it to inspiration and necessity, and then with that inspiration, knowing and doing what is to be done to reach to that level. It is our subtle job. Only a sattva guni will be able to grasp this. That's how Tona comes when we are undisciplined, doing lots of our upasanas, more than this too, when we are continuously in the company of our Guru, Swaguru. If we don't have our Guru, Swaguru, like the thousands of people, they study books by themselves. Here and there, they attend some satsangas, but then they are absolutely, at the grossest raw level of some information. That's it. No inspiration, no depths they will have. Most of the people are that so become आध्यात्मिक but not साधक. है ना? आध्यात्मिक बनना मतलब मंदिर जाओ, मत्था टेक, पूजा करो, कहीं ना कहीं सत्संग ऐसे चले कि जाके आओ, टाइम पास. In most of our Indian cities, bigger cities, अभी तो पता नहीं, I'm talking about 30-40 years back, many of the officers, government people, on Saturday, Sunday, हॉलीडे ना शाम को वो लोग जाएंगे कोई ना कोई महात्मा का सत्संग सुनने. ओनली वीकेंड. They enjoy it. Not that they're corrupt or bad. करते. But it will not help them, no? One has to select somebody as guru, then be regular in studying that Shastra, then to grasp all these three things, the information, the inspiration, and the way to perform them, then there will be substantial growth. है कि नहीं? So this text facilitates for us all these things. What is required? Our sincerity, our genuineness as a student of the Shastra, sadhaka of the Adhyatmika Jivana, follower of the guidance given. Let us see today the 12th Sarga of first Nirvana Vairagya Prakaranam, how Sri Rama starts telling what is going through in his mind in the form of the Vicharana of the world scene. He is not taking the world for granted as presented by senses or projected by the mind or misguided by others. He has started using his dimag independently, not to project, not to indulge, but to inquire the truth and untruth of it. So from this sarga onwards, all the next sargas deal with such a beautiful information. As we are discussing yesterday, day before, it appears that it will be heavier, as if it is taking away from us our comfort zone, our sukha, bhoga. ऐसा लगता है पढ़ करके, and लगना ही नहीं, it is correct also, and that is the way one will evolve from getting lost in the ephemeral out of delusion into finding some meaning in life by tuning to the truth or reality. This is the way. Every one of us, even at physical level, the difficulties of control of diet, regulation is diet, the difficulty of every day doing required minimum exercises, we have to go through for the healthy and long life. मुझे नहीं करना है, then suffer diseases. Isn't it? So to know मुझे शास्त्र नहीं पढ़ना, ऐसे गंभीर चीज़ों को नहीं समझना, then suffer your delusory samsara in the mind, so to the world outside. Continue. Everybody is doing like that. Who is stopping? Will you stop even if somebody stops? Go. Get lost. Oh, no, 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 I want solution. Then this is the way. But tell me the other easier solution. Easiest is told to you. There's no easier than this. अगर है तो वही बताते. Like if you ask the doctor, इससे better medicine दो. अरे मेरा मूर्ख, इससे better है तो मैं ही खुद देता हूँ ना. Why will I tell you? It is not a dukan where the three grades of items are there like jaggery. The high quality jaggery, the mediocre, for the common man, the third grade also is there. तो जितना आपके पास पैसे हैं वहाँ. So when you go to cloth shop, there are three sections. One, the top branded section of clothes. वहाँ जाओ, no bargain, straight away 200 रुपये का शर्ट 2000 में बिकेगा. Because in that you stayed 5 minutes, there is an AC. There is the low way better, not highly branded, but well stitched clothes also are there. Middle price. You have a lower also unbranded cloth. जाओ जहाँ जाना है. ऐसा नहीं होता spirituality में. Best alone is given by the Guru for us. Now start. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। ओम श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। ओम कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविता शाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकि कोकिलं वाल्मीकिर्मुनिसिंहस्य कवितावनचारिणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को न याति पराङ्गतिम्। ओम यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधानीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणादभिमतः स्वर्गोऽपि कारागृहम् यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। यस्यार्षं प्रतिता जगत् त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसावशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् शिश्रुक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्भुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटा अलङ्कारचिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः या सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगत् आनन्दसन्दोहदोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वहिर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलेन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतचरति ममं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ओम ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ महर्षे नमः। श्री विश्वामित्र महर्षे नमः। श्री वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेवादि समस्त ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदस्य अस्मिन् क्षणे एव अनुभवसिद्ध्यर्थं पुराण श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणे इतिहासोक्त भगवद्भागवत ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिकहैन्दवसंस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां शास्त्राणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत्परम्परायाः योगवेदान्तभक्त्यादिमोक्षमार्गाणां पुनरुत्थानजागरणविश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिकप्रगति विश्वशान्ति एकता कल्याण पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् धर्मसंस्थापने निष्ठित अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां गुरूणामाचार्याणां श्रेयभिलाषिणां साधकानां सेवकभक्तानाम् आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्य क्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्यवीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेकानेक शास्त्र अध्ययन मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि प्रणीत योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना आत्मानुभव मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं गुरुणां कृपया वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं प्रथम प्रकरणं वैराग्यं प्रकरणं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बुदेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ यथाकाशे तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः. ओम अथ द्वादश सर्गः. Friends, 11th sarga exhaustively we have enjoyed studying it. What is the conclusion there? Having heard the father and his assurances, Dasharatji, so too of the inquiries and again the blessings of Vaashishtha. More importantly, Sri Vishwamitraji's words of acknowledgement, words of encouragement, and confidence given. Sri Rama feels happy that his problem will be sorted out. The words of all of them, especially of Vishwamitraji, was like the sound of the clouds thunders to a peacock. That it is assured now it is going to rain to take away all the heat with which I was scorched or tortured. Isn't it? Tatyaja khedam abhigarjati varivahe barhi yatha. Varivahe abhigarjati. When the water carrier, the cloud, when it does the garjana, yatha barhihi. Just like the more starts giving up its fear and starts dancing, singing its ra. Kitu anumita abhimata artha siddhi. Anumita means Rama is now estimating or imagining, assuming that abhimata artha siddhi. He is going to have the artha siddhi of his abhimata. Whatever he is desiring, he is going to get. And he is not having desire of anything grasa, he just wants. When I observe the whole world is like this, what is the substratum of all that? Give me the answer. This is how the putting in front his inquiry and asking the question by Rama will be there in the subsequent sargas. The first one is Rama's introduction of Vairagya, Vairagya introduction. Let us chant it entirely now, 12th sarga, and see the meaning. So have patience, love the Shastra, tune to the great saints. We are so lucky in our life to remember the Vaashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki cadred gurus every day, along with Sakshat Sri Ramaji. और क्या चाहिए हमको बताओ. महा महा अदृष्टम फॉर्चून है हमारा, वो यूज करे. लेटस अथ द्वादश सर्ग वाल्मीकिरुवाच इति पृष्ठो मुनीन्द्रेण समाश्वास च राघवः उवाच वचनं चारु परिपूर्णार्थमन्तरम्. श्रीराम उवाच भगवन् भवता पृष्टः यथावत् अधुना अखिलम् कथयाम्यहमग्नोऽपि को लङ्घयति सद्वचः. अहं तावदयं जातः निजेऽस्मिन् पितृसद्मनि क्रमेण वृद्धिं सम्प्राप्तः प्राप्तविद्यश्च संस्थितः ततः सदाचारपरः भूत्वाहं मुनिनायक विहृतस्तीर्थयात्रार्थम् उर्वीम् अम्बुधिमेखलाम् एतावताथ कालेन संसारास्थामिमां हरन् समुद्भूतो मनसि मे विचारः सोऽयम् ईदृशः विवेकेन परितात्मा तेनाहं तद् अनुस्वयं भोगनीरसया बुद्ध्या प्रविचारितवान् इदम्. किं नाम इदं बत सुखं येयं संसारसन्ततिः जायते मृतये लोकः म्रियते जननाय च अस्थिराः सर्व एवेमे सचराचरचेष्टिताः आपदां पतयः पापाः भावाः विभवभूमयः अयः शलाकाः सदृशाः परस्परमसङ्गिनः दृश्यन्ते केवलं भावाः मनः कल्पनया स्वया मनः समायत्तमिदं जगत् जगत् आभोगि परिदृश्यते. मनः समायत्तमिदं जगदाभोगि दृश्यते. मनश्चासदिवा भाति केन स्म परिमोहिताः असतैव वयं कष्टं विकृष्टा मूढबुद्धयः मृगतृष्णाम्भसा दूरे वने मुग्धमृगा इमा न केनचिच्च विक्रीता इव संस्थिताः बत मूढा वयं सर्वे जानाना अपि शाम्बरं किमेतेषु प्रपञ्चेषु भोगानाम सुदुर्भगाः स्मुधैव हि वयं मोहातु संस्थिता बद्धभावनाः आज्ञातुं बहुकालेन आज्ञातं बहुकालेन व्यर्थमेव वयं वने मोहे निपतिता मुग्धाः शुभ्रे मुग्धा मृगा इव किं मे राज्येन किं भोगैः कोऽहं किमिदमागतं यस्मिन् यन् मिथ्यैवास्तु तन्मिथ्या कस्य नाम किमागतम् एवं विमृशतो ब्रह्मन् सर्वेष्वेव ततो मम भावेषु अति भावेश्वरतिरायात पथिकस्य मरुष्विव तदेतत् भगवन् ब्रूहि किमिदं परिणश्यते किमिदं जायते भूयः किमिदं परिवर्धते जरामरणमापश्च जननं सम्पदस्तथा आविर्भावतिरोभावैः विवर्धन्ते पुनः पुनः भोगैस्तैरेव तैरेव तुच्छैर्वयममी किल पश्य जर्जरतान्नीता वातैरवगिरिद्रुमाः अचेतना इव जनाः पवनैः प्राणनामभिः ध्वनन्तः संस्थिता व्यर्थं यथा कीचकवेणवः शाम्यतीदं कथं दुःखम् इति तप्तोऽस्मि चिन्तया जरद्रुम इवोग्रेण कोटरस्थेन वह्निना संसारदुःखपाषाण नीरन्ध्रहृदयोऽप्यहं निजलोकभयादेव गलद्बाष्पं न रोदिमि शून्यामन्मुखवृत्तिस्ताः शुष्करोदननीरसाः विवेक एव हृत्संस्थः ममैकान्तेषु पश्यति वृषं मुह्यामि समस्मृत्या भावाभावमयीं स्थितिं दारिद्र्येणेव सुभगः दूरे संसारचेष्टया मोहयन्ति मनोवृत्तिं खण्डयन्ति गुणावलिं दुःखजालं प्रयच्छन्ति विप्रलम्भपराः श्रियः चिन्तानिचयचक्राणि नानन्दाय धनानि मे सम्प्रसूतकलत्राणि गृहाण्युग्रापदाम् इव विविधदोषदशा परिचिन्तनैः विततभङ्गुरकारणकल्पितैः मम न निवृत्तिमेति मनो मुने निगडितस्य यथा वनदन्तिनः कलाः काले काले निशि निशितमोधैकमीका गता लोके लोके विषयशतचोराः सुचतुराः प्रवृत्ताः प्रोद्युक्ताः दिशि दिशि विवेकैकहरणे ऋणे शक्तास्तेषां क इव विदुषः प्रोज्य सुभटाः इत्यार्षे श्रीवासिष्ठमहारामायणे वाल्मीकिये वैराग्यप्रकरणे प्रथमपरितापो नाम द्वादशः सर्गः. See, the Prathama Paritapa is the name of this sarga. Again and again I will tell for my sake, and if you listen for your sake also, that these chapters of the Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, especially of Vairagya Prakaranam, are of highly, heavy, boring, as if taking away the rasa of the life and making nirasa. Appears like that for those who are in the mind attached to so much of bhoga rasa of this jagat. थोड़ा उससे उठकर हटकर विचारवान जो बनता है ना, for him the real, the viveka vairagya rasa comes. With that mind set up, when we listen to the teachings of Vishwamitra Vasishtha ji, really the jnana rasa, the moksha rasa, the ananda rasa, the janma safalyata rasa will come. But we have to hold on to, we have to stick to the Shastra full faith. Just like till now we were holding on to the ephemeral world with full faith, therefore regularly, relentlessly, we are getting kicked by it and still we hold on to it. To get the kick of Atmananda, Mokshananda, also we have to go on holding on with faith. Such Shastras, such Shastra given Jnanam, and the Gurus who are teaching such Jnanam from those Shastras, along with whatever the transformations consciously we have to bring within us called as sadhanas. Excellent chapter, मजेदार. मतलब whole text it is. So let us revel धीरे 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 धीरे. Now 12th sarga. Om atha dvadashah sargah. Shri Valmiki Ruvacha. Valmiki ji is telling Raja Arishtanemi now and telling him that same things I told to Bharadwaja ji earlier. This is what is spoken by the Devaduta to Suruchi. This is what is told by the father Agnivesha to the son Karunya. And this is what the samvada between Sutikshna and Agastya Muni. You should remember few of those Guru Shishyas. Like in Tulsi Ramayana also, Yagnivalkya Bharadwaja Samvada, Kakabhusundi Garuna Samvada, Shiva Parvati Samvada, Tulsidas and all of us Samvada. Or the Bhakta, whoever is speaking on the Tulsi Ramayana that day, and the Shrutha. Char Ghat. And Gita also. Krishna gave Arjuna. Reported by Sanjaya to Dhritarashtra. Compiled, written by Vedavyasa Bhagavan in the Mahabharata Shastra. We are studying it. Sri Valmiki Ruvacha. So just to close eyes, salutations to the great saint Valmiki ji, requesting to give us the patience and strength to study the whole Shastra uninterrupted and gain all the knowledge, whatever is contained in it, the ultimate knowledge, complete, without missing even an iota of it. If Valmiki, Vishwamitra, Vaashishtha, Veda Vyasa, Bhagavan Vishnu, they bless, who is Rama himself, it will happen to us. Okay. Now, iti prushtaha munindrena samashvasya. Iti munindrena samashvasya prushtaha Raghava. In this way, when Sri Rama, having given the assurances and questioned by the Munindra, that is Vishwamitra ji, Raghava uvacha vachanam. He spoke. Charu paripurna artha mantharam. Means what? So charu means very nectarine, sweet, paripurna artha, which have got very powerful, deeper meaning, mantharam, which have come out of doing the manthanam with the mantrachalam like. Okay, so charu paripurna artham antaram. Very nectarine, beautiful words are used to reply. Sri Rama Uvacha. Just remember श्री बालक राम अब अयोध्या जी, तो आज को उनका 24 दिन हो गए और राम जी आकर हमारे क्लास के जितने दिन हैं उतने ही दिन इसका उनका 25 दिन बाकी बाकी. सो 21 10 और 15 25 डेज. सो दैट राम भगवान, आई तो एवरीडे देख रहा हूँ राम जी बड़े हो रहे कि नहीं वहाँ. एक मिनट तो देखना ही. तो यहाँ तो हो रहे हमारे शास्त्र में. Sri Rama Uvacha. See, Bhagavan. See, the address to the Guru is Sakshat Bhagavan. Why should we have any second thought when 1,000 times we have heard that we should have the drushti that the Lord alone has come in the form of Guru. Therefore, Guru is Bhagavan only. ये एक चीज को सीखने से सब होता, लेकिन एक ही चीज हमसे सीखना नहीं होता, इसलिए जीवन में कुछ भी नहीं होता. In our life, Bhagavan. So the first word of Rama is Bhagavan in the entire Yoga Vaashishtha. अभी तक तो राम जी का कहीं हमने बातें नहीं देखी एक्चुअल टेक्स्ट में. Yes, asked Father, I want to go to the yatra. This is the first desire I asked you. You fulfill desires of every praja in the city, in the Rajyam. तो मैं आपका भृत्य सेवक के समान. How humbly Rama asked. That time he saw it. Remember it. Earlier sargas. तो भगवन, हे लॉर्ड, देन भवता पृष्ठः, asked by you, yatavat, as it is adhuna, right now, akhilam, everything, kathayami aham, I am going to tell you. Parents, guru, भगवान, डॉक्टर, चारों के सामने ना कुछ भी हाइड नहीं करना. Sometimes you can hide from parents. depending on their maturity and all of that. Parents, they are good, but what evolved jivas are not, we don't know. So sometimes we can, but not with the Guru. Because Guru is harmless. Sadhu te hoi na karaja hani. Guru is a sadhu. भगवान तो भगवान है ही. डॉक्टर के पास मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट के लिए यू हैव टू टेल, you know. Even doctor, you have to necessarily tell, but you can have to, you have doubt. You are lucky if you get a good doctor who hides your secrets. अगर आपने बताया मैं दारू पी के लुढ़क गया इसलिए चोट लगी, you reveal it and doctor tells everyone, then बेइज्जती हो जाएगी. Generally they don't. But Guru never does that. Bhagavan. So need not hide anything with Guru. Therefore, yathavat adhuna akhilam kathayami aham. Everything I tell you what is going in my mind. Agnopi. Agnya, though I don't know exactly what is going on in mind, how to present it in front of you, etc. Ko langayati sadvachaha. Yet, how come anyone can cross or trespass the vachana of these Satpurushas like you? Here, Sadvachana Langana means not answering to your question. I can't do that. Who will do that when such a great saints of your order have ordered me? So, I can't do the Ullanganam of it. I am Agnya. What is going on in my mind? Completely I can't assess or put in front. But Kathayami, I will tell everything. बोलना पड़ता है. Then start saying, okay, aham tavat, to begin with. Tavat, to begin with, aham, ayam aham, this me, jataha, born. Nije asmin pitru sadmani. I am born in this house of my father's house. In this place of my father's house I am born. मैंने यहाँ जन्म लिया. So, क्रमेण वृद्धिम संप्राप्ता. Then slowly I have grown up. Then prapta vidya cha samstitaha. Then I was sent to Gurukula and got the vidya. And in that vidya samstitaha. सब certificates देखो मैंने सब पढ़ लिया. So he is telling from basic. पिताजी है इनके गृह में जन्म लिया, वृद्धि को पाया. I have gone to the school center. Vidya, all that I got it. Samstitaha. That was all good. I got that vidya. Then what happened? Tataha sadachara paro bhutva. And luckily, I was always sadachara paraha. There is no dushtachara, durachara. Somebody to confidently say from the heart that I am not a durachari, I am a sadachari. Really great achievement. Not कहना, but होना. Like in today's, what do you call, just now 2 hours back. In the status, this is what the thought we got. We have shared with you. You can go through that status thought. Once in a week, we do one thought. So, I am always sadachara paraha. Ramaha sadachara. Sadachara is live life according to Shastra. Shastra teaches how to live life according to the Varnas and Ashramas. They are decided as per the Gunas generally, but naturally as per the birth also. There were no cross breedings in those days like now. कि कौन ब्राह्मण कौन क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र कोई हिसाब किताब नहीं. Earlier it was not like that. Therefore, according to the birth only gunas used to be. According to the guna and birth together, varnas are decided. According to the guna, birth, varna, they are given the duties. That is called their sadachara. And there are some eternal sadachara values are there. Some are the change happen in the society for the interest of the society. सदाचार चेंज होता है कि नहीं. लाइक ओनली वन फ्लाइट इज मूविंग इन द स्काई, आराम से जा सकता है वो. बट व्हेन हंड्रेड्स एंड हंड्रेड्स ऑफ फ्लाइट्स आर मूविंग, टोटली द वॉट एवर फ्लाइंग जोन का डिसिप्लिन सदाचार यू हैव टू फॉलो, अदरवाइज टू फ्लाइट्स विल क्लैश. ऑन द रोड आल्सो व्हेन देयर इज नो ट्रैफिक, वर्क ही बंद आ जाता था, कोई रूल रेगुलेशन नहीं. बट इतना ट्रैफिक बढ़ गया, देन रोड इज डिवाइडेड इनटू गोइंग एंड कमिंग. तो तुमको जाने के लेन में जाना है, आने का अलग है, राइट ओवरटेक. ये हमेशा नहीं होते हैं. थे नहीं पहले. अब दुनिया बड़ा, population grew, vehicular transportation grown, so you have to make new rules and follow. You understood the changing values they are called. Eternal values are there. सत्य बोलना, है ना, प्रेम से रहना, क्षमा करना, हिंसा नहीं करना. These are all eternal values. Then spiritual values are different. All put together are sadachar. So in the first chapter of Valmiki Ramayana, first Sarga Balakand, Rama saw these qualities we can see. So himself says, Aham tatah sadachara paro bhutva. Okay, all the three. Born in the well good family, the Aryan family of Dasharatha. Second, the properly thoroughly got educated in the Gurukula. Third, by my own effort, which is most important. बंदे कैसे भी फैमिली में जन्म ले, कोई भी अच्छे स्कूल कॉलेज में दाखिला करो, ही कैन बाई द रॉन्ग कंपनी, रॉन्ग थिंकिंग, कैन बी ए राउडी टाइप, कैन बी ए दुराचारी. आजकल हम देखते हैं दुनिया में, मोर रिचर मोर दुराचारी. राम ऐसा नहीं. दो बॉर्न रॉयल फैमिली, गॉट ऑल फ्रीडम, एजुकेटेड, स्टिल हैज गॉट फ्रीडम. मिसयूज नहीं किया फ्रीडम को, यूज राइटली. हाउ? सदाचार परह. What is to be noted is this: even in born in such a royal family with all freedoms, but not durachari like Duryodhanadi in Mahabharata. Sadachara paraha. Understood? Sadachara paraha bhutva aham. He Muninayaka, he the Nayaka of all Munis, Vishwamitra ji, Vihurutaha Tirthayathartham. Tirthayatrartham Vihurutaha. For the sake of Tirthayatra, I have done the Vihruti, means Viharanam. Gone for a outing. Where did I go? Urvim. Prithvi Pura. How much? How far? Ambudhi Mekhala. Mekhala is the border. Ambudhi is the oceans. Till the border of the earth ends in the ocean, till that I have seen. In other words, it's called Chatusagara Paryantam Prithvi. Prithvi, which is covered by Sagaras, all the four directions, up to that I have seen. मैंने पूरा देखा. तो as asked, one by one is telling. In that telling, he is gaining the vocabulary, the confidence, the humility, the presentation. Slowly he is learning. बच्चों को भी कैसे धीरे धीरे बोलना सिखाते है ना. Then he says, एतावता कालेन. In the time of doing the Viharana, Tirtha Yatra of the entire Prithvi only, having that done, etavata atha kalena. Etavata means having all that is done, kalena, as the time matured, samsara astam imam haran. Doing the harana, removal of, taking away of asta, interest in the samsara, samudbhutaha manasi me vicharaha. In my mind, me manasi vicharaha samyak udbhutaha. In my mind, this thinking and contemplate got created. And what it has done, imam samsara astam haran. That is taking away the asta, the faith, the shraddha, the interest, the inclination, which is there for the samsara, which I had earlier, the involvements, the entertainments, all of that. All the asta and the samsara has been taken away by that viveka, which is born in my mind. So, imam samsara astam haran mama me manasi vicharaha samudbhutaha. Now see, from this only one great lesson we can learn. That thinking by which our astha in the samsara goes away is called vichara. And that thinking by which our astha in the samsara grows, it is vikara. Manovikara. Very sublime. Now remember, we are studying the highest of the Prakarana Grantha, or Smruti Grantha. Because of lack of our seriousness, sincerity, or inability to understand, we should not bring the value of the text to the lower level. शास्त्र, गुरु, परमात्मा, परम लक्ष्य को हमेशा हाईएस्ट पेडेस्टल में रखना है, whether we are able to achieve or not. For our convenience sake, we should not bring it down, be little down. That's why you see Puja Gurudev, 43 and a half years he spoke Gita. Every time he spoke on Gita as a moksha grantha only. He never talked on Gita, Gita for management and all. For management, he gave independent lectures. He quoted from Gita. Gita can help you that way. They say, but he never belittled Gita and Upanishads, bringing its value. It's a crime. We should not do. So this ग्रंथ कितना उत्कृष्ट स्थिति में है, उसी स्थिति में उसको हमें समझना. नहीं कर सकते हो समझ, एम्बेरेसिंग है, डिफिकल्ट है, लीव इट, गो. देयर आर मेनी अदर स्मॉल लिटिल टेक्स्ट्स, लोअर लेवल ऑफ टेक्स्ट फॉर यू. जाओ उधर. For your sake, our sake, let us not bring it down. This is the thought process. Any vicharana in the mind by which asta in the samsara goes away, it is vichara. Vicharana, right thinking, contemplation. Anything by which the vicharana in the world, the asta in the world increases, that it is real, that is the giver of sukha and bhoga, it is vikara. Now I gave that 1 minute back, that introduction is now a question. The entire educational system and department in our country or the world, and we as parents to children, what are we giving? Are we giving vichara or vikara? Filling their hearts with vikara and telling them not to become kami, krodhi and bhogi. How can it happen? Where did we give him the vicharana shakti? We never gave. We only created the vikara in them. See, now they are behaving like Rakshasa wherever. Those are capable, destroying their world at a big way. Those are not capable that way, they are destroying their own life. Who? Those whose minds are filled with vikara. What is vikara? Taking the world as real and indulging in that for that sake, ready to do any nonsense. You need not teach them nonsense. You teach them vikara, nonsense of how to cheat the world, destroy the world, they will discover it. Very sublime things. Imagine another way, like Rama, learned by himself. If he can educate the entire students about correct vichara of ephemerality of the world, impermanency of the world, binding aspect of the world, can anybody become bhogi? Once the thought of bhoga goes away from mind and replaced by the yoga, how serene, how calm, how peaceful will be the outer world accordingly. The inner minds accordingly. Total subtle ether that is moving in the world. ऐसे नहीं करें बात बाबा, यही है, हमें इसके लिए काम करना है. तो इस तरह से so many things we can learn quietly, silently from every shloka. We should have the time, patience, vision. We don't have time and patience. क्योंकि हमको 32,000 श्लोक पढ़ना है और भी शास्त्र पढ़ना है, इसलिए भागेंगे ही. Rama says, such type of vichara got born in my mind, which is taking away asta on the samsara. Samsara means trying to hold permanently the temporary things of the world for permanent happiness, and nothing of them remaining permanently. They are temporarily going away. Thus, we are permanently putting efforts and permanently becoming miserable. This is called samsara. If you understand it permanently, you are wise. Temporarily, you understand it otherwise. So, एतावतात कालेन संसार आस्तामिमां हरन् समुद्भूतः मनसि मे विचारः सः अयम् ईदृशः. And that vichara which is born in my mind, because of which the asta in me for the world is gone away, taken away, that is of this type. ऐसा वाला विचार putting in front of you. If it is wrong, correct me. If it is correct, help me. क्या बढ़िया है कि नहीं श्री राम जी. Now, from every shloka here will be scholarly. Huh? We have to be at the scholarly level of Rama with that subtlety, purity, depth. Then quickly we catch. If not, 10 times we have to study and pause and ponder, then you will understand. Idrusha. Okay. विवेकेन परीतात्मा तेन अहम तद अनु स्वयं भोग निरसया बुद्ध्या प्रविचारितवान इदमु. So विवेकेन परीत आत्मा. How did this thing has come to you? Vicharaha vivekena. Viveka led to vichara. Using the buddhi. Viveka means discriminating, differentiating, or going into the depths of the truth and untruth. So vivekena parita atma means my mind was not taking anything for granted. It started doing viveka. So viveka takes to vichara. Vichara gives the wisdom of what is true and untrue. See, viveka, vichara. Again, V for viveka, V for vichara, V for Valmiki, V for Vishwamitra, V for Vashishtha, Vivek, V for Vijnanam, V for Vimukti. Vivekena paritatma. Tena, with that vivekaham, tad anu. Using that, following that, swayam bhoga nirasaya buddhya pravicharitavan idam. In all the bhoga, there is only nirasata is there. This is how I just started contemplating buddhya pravicharitavan idam. This is how my buddhi started working. You know, like people think there is a rasa in bhoga. They indulge in it. But for me, something different. Not only bhogas are without rasa, that means nirasa, but when I involve in them, I also becoming nirasa only. This is what was clicking to me. No, exactly this was in Nachiketa's mind also, isn't it? नचिकेत के मन में क्या था? If it gets disconnected, don't run away. हाँ है, करंट बिजली गई है sometimes. Sorry. अरे thank God. Again, listen. Bhoga nirasaya buddhya pravicaritavan idam. This is subheading. This will be 100 times repeated with different examples and logics in future shlokas. Then, see the inquiry. Kim nama idam bata sukham. Ya yam samsara santati jayate mrute lokah mriyate jananaya cha. What exactly is that sukha or bhoga I am getting by indulging in this samsara, for which sake the beings are born to die, dying again to be born. क्या है ये भोग? इसमें दो है. Is it really coming from the objects or somewhere else? In fact, is the real one seekable one or not, to be sought after or not? This type of thinking I started doing. You know, you एक बार ये सोच लो ना, first thing happens is the kshanikatva of the sukha. Kshanika sukha only, one moment only, momentary, and with so many conditions. To prepare those conditions for having that kshanika sukha, how much of the efforts, time is put in that. And in doing all those efforts, time given, little mistake done, that expected sukha will not come. And when there is no sukha, apekshita, there will be only dukkha. Hundreds of examples can be given. I remember my, एक बार खाना बना के घर में ले गए ऑफिस चाव के साथ. I'll enjoy it my lunch today. And then lunch time in the office, when I started eating that food, there is no salt at all. It was so disappointing to eat that food. distasteful, frustrating. Why one mistake then that salt is not added? No, salt is not available there. अब भूख लग रही है, बिना खाए नहीं सकते, अब खा रहे हो लेकिन टेस्ट नहीं है. One mistake of not adding salt or more adding salt, that sukha expected of that is gone. But even the salt is correct and all, only sometime you eat, after that the sukha is gone. More if you eat, it will come cause of dukkha. हाथ में से फिसल गया तो भी दुख, ठंडा है तो दुख, गर्म है तो दुख. I'm just telling, when you inquire into the sukha, so many shortcomings in that come. Along with it, I have to be a slave to others. I have to dance to their tunes. I have to lose all my freedoms, self-respects, etc., etc. So Rama started thinking that way. It will all come. Ki kim nama idam bata sukham या यम संसार संतति जायते मृतये लोकः मृते जननाय च. Running for this sukha, people are born only to die and dying only to be born. मतलब क्या हुआ? They are born, living and dying for sukha. Means birth and death are assured, but sukha is not assured. What is this sukha? Then such topics are elaborately detailed in the texts like Panchadashi. इसमें भी होगा आगे. So there is Vishayananda, there is Nidrananda. There are like the different levels of Ananda are there. Bhogananda. And finally the Brahmananda or Atmananda. That alone is real. All of them are delusory, imaginary. Okay. Now, Astiraha Sarva Eva Ime. Sachara Chestitaha. Okay. All the Chestitaha means through various difficult chestas, whatever that are gained. Chestas themselves are astira. Therefore, their result also are astira. They are not stira, they are chanchala. Astiraha sarve eva ime sacharachara chestitaha. Not knowing this, when we are involving in them, what they are resulting in? Apadam patayaha, papaha, bhavaha, vibhava bhumayaha. No, विभव का भूमि मानने वाले, all these bhavaha. Bhavaha means manifestations, expressions. Whether they are objects or the people or the places or conditions or situations made and our contacts with them. All of them are called bhavaha, vibhava bhumayaha, and all the vaibhava bhumis. Vaibhava bhumi bhavas. मीन्स वेरी चाव से जो हमने बनाया ना, वैभव यहाँ होगा करके भूमिया. भूमि इज द बेस. नहीं, द हाउस इज ए वन वैभव भूमि. In the house again, the hall, drawing room is a Vaibhava Bhumi. In that you make all arrangements for your Vaibhava. For good outer seeing, you make glass windows. For balancing the atmosphere inside, weather or the temperature, you put AC or that one. They're all Vibhava Bhumi. To sit comfortable, the sofas are there. और होम थिएटर. तो ये विभव का भूमि है सारे जो है, ऑल ऑफ देम आर आपदा पतयः पापाः. सो विभव भूमयः भावाः पापाः आपदां पतयः. Rama got it. Apadam pataya means they enslave us for those bhoga. And when they are not there, we will become gilgdav like a fish without water. Like nowadays, many of the children, youngsters, they can't live without cell phone in the hands or some sort of such electronic gadget. That is the meaning of apadam pati. Okay. Second is papaha means what? See, we have to become subtle and think from the level of this particular shastra. One meaning of papa is what? To earn all these vibhavas, how much of papa we must have done. This is the grossest meaning of papa. Second is what? Ki anything what we need. Need, underline the word. More than that, whatever we have, having that itself is papa. No, to understand and accept this, कुछ अलग दिमाग चाहिए. कृतयुग त्रेता युग वाला दिमाग चाहिए. कलयुग का दिमाग काम नहीं करेगा. कलयुग के दिमाग में क्या है? मैं विथ माई मेहनत आई अर्न ऑल ऑफ दैट ऑनेस्टली. Why should I not have the bhogas excessive? This is the Kaliyuga's mind, justifiable in Kaliyuga. In Kruta Treta Yuga ऐसा नहीं होता. In Kruta Treta में more than need, even little bit you have already done the papa. You can't. But I'm earning. You distribute. No, nobody to be distributed. Then don't earn. Then what? Use the time for the sadhana. Third thing is what? Even the thought itself is papa. Of having something more than what I need. Why papa? Because your mind is occupied by them. Mind is given for remembering God. है ना? धर्म मोक्ष के लिए मन दिया गया ना, अर्थ काम के लिए नहीं ना. And all sin starts from the thoughts of the mind only. ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति. You know all sequence. So when you study texts of this order, a dimag also to be the highest level. So all these vibhava bhumis are apadam patayaha papaha. This is what Rama's thinking level. They are the pati of apada and also papaha. Vibhava bhutmayaha astiraha sarve eva ime sasarasara cheshtitaha. सो चराचर चेष्टाओं से बाने वाले सारे विभव भूमि अस्थिर है, पाप के पति है और सॉरी आपदा के पतियां है, पति है और पाप भी है. आपदाम पति, पति मीन्स प्रोटेक्ट करने वाला. सो आपदाम पति मीन्स आपदाओं को प्रोटेक्ट करते हैं. मीन दे विल एंश्योर दैट वी गेट इनटू द आपदा. मतलब how sensibly sensitive was Rama's mind to see the consequence of indulgence in the Vibhava Bhumis, in this Bhoga. And loads details are there in that to recognize. For example, Astiraha means what? You have to understand it. They don't remain the same today as it is tomorrow. It will change. In that, it will change from one place to other, one person to other, one quality to the other. Hastira means so many things we have to understand. Then apada ampati means it will go away, then disappoint us, or it will enslave us if it is continuously available to us. If not available, it will induce the papa vritti in our minds. That is the meaning of papa. Bhavaha vibhava bhumayaha. इतना बोलने के बाद मुझे लग रहा है आई एम नॉट टोटली टेलिंग यू. दैट्स द ब्यूटी ऑफ दिस श्लोकास. वन मोर श्लोका वी सी टुडे. अयः शलाका सदृशाः परस्परम असंगिनः श्लिष्यन्ते केवलं भावाः मनः कल्पनया स्वयं. बाप रे, आई टेल यू, ये श्लोक बोलने के लिए मुझे शर्म आता है. मीन्स वी आर नॉट एट दैट लेवल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग मैच्योरिटी. Very tough, huh? I I have to have special abilities and guts to talk on these subjects to you. Ramji says कि ayah shalaka. Ayah shalaka means the iron, let us say shalakas. Hmm? Ayah shalaka means the iron, let us say rods or nails, let us say कोई भी iron pieces. Two iron pieces. Can they by any way have any sambandha attachment with them? Water will mix, oil will mix, air will mix, but two iron pieces, do you keep them? They can't mix with each other. That is the example he is giving. To tell what? Ki ayashalaka sadushaha parasparam asanginaha. Two beings in the world are that much asangi. In fact, in reality, unconnected, unattached to each other, as unattached are the iron things, both two of them. दो आयरन के चीजें वहां रखो, 10,000 साल के भी बाद आओ, will they be attached to each other? In that way are in this world all things and beings. And yet, now comes the $1,000,000 point. And yet, Shlishyante, still they come to that Ashlesha, chipkav to each other, kevalam swaya mana kalpanaya. Just because of mano kalpana, that they become Ashlesha, chipkav to each other as if they cannot live without each other. Now, what level of mind intellect we have to have? First, to understand the example, then the truth of the thought which is conveyed through the example. कितना हेमी पॉइंट है ये, कितनी गंभीरता चाहिए हमको. In this, everything is removed. I cannot attach to anything or being in this world because that is one iron, I am another iron. If at all the attachments are seen, आश्लेषा कहते हैं उसको. श्लेषणम means attaching. Only manak kalpanaya. It is only manokalpana. Therefore, kalpana of the mind we remove. Follow the Shastra, what it tells us to be with each of the things or beings in the world according to Varna Ashrama Dharma. When we do that, 1,000 years we may stay together without mental attachment. Otherwise, we get attached to each other only to trouble each other. अयशलाका सदृशाः परस्परम् असंगिनः शिष्यन्ते केवलं भावाः मनः कल्पनया स्वया. Continuing, मनः समायत्तम् इदं जगत् आभोगी दृश्यते. Because of the mind's projections, the whole jagat, with which basically we have no connection, yet it appears to be a bhoga vastu for us. Then what about this mind? Hmm? Hmm. Manacha asadiva abhati. And when you inquire into the mind, mind itself is found to be unreal. Then kenasma parimohitaha. Then how come we are so foolish to get deluded in this world? Entire Yoga Darshanam, you are seeing in it or not? Entire Vedanta Darshanam. Mind itself is on inquiry found to be unreal. On that mind, or because of that mind, are projected all the attachments or relations, taking which as real, we are involving in the world, taking it as abhogi, the source of bhoga and anand. Where are we going wrong? Kenasma parimohita. I am thinking this way. Please correct me if I am wrong. अब देखो वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र सुनकर हो तो आनंद आश्चर्यचकित ही होंगे कि दिस चाइल्ड एट दिस एज is thinking so deeply the correct thinking which even the elders cannot reach to, even imagine to reach to. Elder by age, but the mind intellect vichar vivek start nahi hua na. They're only involving bhoga, more and more variety of bhoga, same bhoga repeated. दिमाग पूरा इसमें सड़ा हुआ है, फंसा है. How can such one think in this way? Now understood why people never study yoga vasishtha. Oh, that too in Kali Yuga. मैं इसलिए पढ़ रहा हूँ because I'm fully confident ना. What is my confidence? You know it. That whatever I teach you, I forget that. That confidence I have on myself. Therefore, I am not worried, so I can talk. So, anyway, in this way, this sarga and next 7 8 sargas, Ramji will be analyzing. This is what is Viveka and Vichara. कितना strength, stamina, patience, time is required for it. Those who have, then they get the jewel of Vairagya. Then the Guru comes and gives them the diamond of Jnanam. Then they can have the nectarine liberation. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Bol Sri Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Narayan. Thank you. Om न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम् नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति कुतो अग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वगुं दासता विद्महे सीतावल्लभतनोरम् ओम नमो ब्रह्माणे मंगलम गुरुराम ब्रह्मलोका. What we discussed yesterday, that this subject is very heavy to understand, but once understood, it relieves us from all heavinesses. Never forget it till we completely study this Shastra. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. बोल श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेवादि समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्य ऋषि गुरु देवता गण की. बोलो भाई समस्त श्रुति स्मृति पुराण इतिहास शास्त्र की जय. बोल श्री योग वास्ट महारामायण शास्त्र की जय. सब संतन की जय. सद्गुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. नम पार्वती मध्य हर महादेव हर. सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद. जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम अम्बे अम्बे शक्ति माता की जय. समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापन की जय. भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्मिक जीवन विधान की जय. I want to conserve my time and energy, subtle ones, to talk on this heavy subject of Yoga Vasishtha Ramayana. Those who want to really enjoy, they are also suggested to do the same. Conserving time and energy, subtle ones, for grasping the heavy jnanam that is given. Our choice. Shubham, thank you.